one fresh positive case has surfaced in Meghalaya capital city Shillong. According to reports, the individual who has tested positive was working in the home of the state's first COVID-19 patient. The case was found during retest of all the primary contacts of the first COVID patient. The retests were done as a precautionary measure, and this has taken the total number of active cases in the state to 2. While the total positive cases has increased to 13, out of these 10 have recovered, while one death has been reported so far. Well, viewers, big story from Meghalaya. One fresh positive case has surfaced in the state capital city Shillong. According to reports, the individual who has tested positive was working in the home of the state's first COVID-19 patient. The case was found during retest of all the primary contacts of the first COVID patient, and the retests were done as a precautionary measure. Well, this has taken the total number of active cases in the state to 2. While the total positive cases has increased to 13, out of these 10 have recovered, while one death has reported so far. All right, Roshan Rai, our Bureau Chief Roshan Rai joins me live from Meghalaya. So Roshan, another positive case in Meghalaya, and it has been said that the person was working at the same house of state's first COVID-19 patient. Latest update, Roshan.
Yes, this is what we are getting at this point in time. We learned it from the tweet of Chief Minister Conrad Sangma that yet another person has been tested positive, and with this the number goes on to active positive as 2, because all in all the number was 13, one dead, 10 recovered. And one was already active. So with this, the number has gone up to 2. And we were also given to understand that this person is one from the primary contact. There were around 200 primary contact since the first case was detected. And of course, the government had tested them, and they were clean. But yes, nonetheless, the government was constantly monitoring, and as a precautionary measure, the retesting was done. And during the retesting process, this case came out yet again. Yes, we will understand that they were also under quarantine, and we'll have to see now this person will either be shifted to the hospital or whether be at home. And we were also given to understand that this person is doing totally fine now and does not have any symptoms at the moment.
Well, Roshan, you just spoke about quarantine. Well, tell us whether this individual who is infected, was this person in any sort of institutional quarantine all this while, as a precautionary measures, or was at home quarantine?
Yes, for all that we know, this person was under home quarantine because the first round of testing for the primary contact was done with 99% of them having nobody testing positive. And yes, after that they were put under home quarantine and under strict monitoring for following strict protocols. And the COVID-19 team of the health department has been constantly monitoring them, giving them calls day in and day out, and also checking on them. And like I mentioned again, so the retesting was done again, and this was found to be positive.
Right, Roshan, keep us updating. Thank you so much for joining us. Right, viewers, big story from Meghalaya. Fresh positive case has surfaced in Meghalaya capital city Shillong, and according to reports, this individual who has tested positive was working in the home of the state's first COVID-19 patient. The case was found during retest of all the primary contacts of the first COVID patient, and the retests were done as a precautionary measure. Well, this has taken the total number of active cases in the state to 2, and while the total positive cases has increased to 13, out of these 10 have recovered, while one death has been reported so far.